So guys, Football Manager 2023 has just released, and with that comes a new save. We recently covered the Football Manager 2023 beta with AC Milan. The aim of that was to win the Serie A, to which we thankfully completed successfully. As to test little updates, guaranteed Football Manager 2023 hasn't changed too much from Football Manager 2022. Now we move on to a new save. With that, I wanted to take on a smaller club, one based within a small European country, and see just how far we could take them, maybe even to the Champions League. With that, I have lined up a couple of cups, as you might be able to see above, all of these signifying a different cup in which we can earn, ranging from the lowest league within the nation to League Cups, Champions League, and even the top Division League. Now with that, it's probably best I cover the club in which we're looking to take on such a club. I had to go through and pick what was a bit of a niche, and so from a bit of digging I was able to find a club called FC Vaduz. Such a club is actually based within Liechtenstein but plays within the Switzerland Football League. Reason being, Switzerland is able to contain all of Liechtenstein's clubs due to Liechtenstein only having 7 clubs, and so not being able to really put together a proper league. Due to such, FC Vaduz is the only one within Football Manager 2023 due to being so high up the league system. Every other Liechtenstein club basically is based in tier 4 and below, Vaduz being based in the second tier of Switzerland football, which is the lowest in Football Manager, to which I've decided to take on. Some unique points with FC Vaduz is that they'll be playing in a cup called the Liechtenstein Cup. Such a club is able to provide you with UEFA Conference League qualification, even though we're in the second league of Switzerland. Now with that, that'll be a great helper in bringing in further funds to the club in order to advance through, but I thought it was a bit of a unique take in order to move forward, and I can't say I've seen anyone actually take this on. So with that, we'll be looking to scale all the way up to Champions League football and see just if we can take on the Giants during that time. So, let the challenge begin. The inexperienced 22-year-old Rhein Park Stadium. Now, if you don't know Rhein Park Stadium, then I'll probably put a picture up of it now. It's an amazing stadium. It's one hell of a view where essentially just a gorgeous mountain is behind the stadium. The stadium itself doesn't even seem to be bad facilities. It's a very nice stadium considering the league that they play in, but the mountain behind it just... Oof. So we lifted the Liechtenstein Cup in 2022, the most successful in that. I'm guessing that's the one we've won, yep, 48 in. We've won the First League Group 3 once and the Challenger League twice. So our upcoming season we last finished 4th in the Challenger League, and Europa Conference League we got access to. We have a transfer budget of 132,000, wage budget of 53, 7,000 capacity. Status is okay, average, adequate and average, so not bad facilities to be honest. We currently play in a formation of 2 strikers, 1 attacking midfielder, 2 defensive midfielders, and then 5 at the back. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I want to have a bit more attacking pressure. I wouldn't mind having 4 at the back, but we'll have to evaluate the squad. Make the most set pieces, sign Liechtenstein players, play counter-attacking football. Okay. That's where we need to do that. Spend the original transfer budget. So they want us to, even though their finances are okay, they want us to spend the full budget and then work within the wage budget. And then our 5-year plan. So it's gain automatic promotion at the end of the current season, and be competitive in the Liechtensteiner Cup. As if we're not going to be. our contract expires at the end of the season, so hopefully we do good. Work towards the most reputable team in Switzerland and work towards developing the best youth system in the country. Okay. Let's build on... Huh? So, all seasons we're looking to do the same thing. Okay. And then by the end of 26-27, be the most reputable team in Switzerland and have the best youth system, definitely. Okay, we'll work with that. Our liaison officer for the club culture, so the supporters. Definitely, you need to sign Liechtenstein players. Gain automatic promotion. And St. Gallen, we've got to play them. And we've got to make sure we get a good game in. They're our rivals. Our rules for squad selection: no more than 3 non-EU players in the playing 11. No more than 10 non-EU players in the squad. Must have 12 players trained by a club in Switzerland. The match squad must have at least 11 trained by a club in Switzerland. And the club must have no more. The squad must have no more than 21 players. Huh. Interesting. Let's look at the squad as well. We do have a fair few Liechtenstein players. Got a fair decent squad, you know. So let's get this going. So I'll probably join you back when we've got an idea on what we're playing at here. So a bit with the looking around the team, I've been able to form this kind of formation. So we do have double trouble as a formation, as they kind of prefer to seemingly play 2 at the front and play more at the back, so that sort of compensates for that. But this was something I drafted up from just the players we currently have, and I think it makes a good mix between posing enough threat at the back while simultaneously also being able to pinch over to our wingers to just go for a full push. So I definitely like this, and we are on a lower line of engagement as well, just to suit that sort of counter-attacking football. As for our players, I mean, we're not too bad. Our first 11 really isn't something to have any issues with. And we could look to get probably a better fullback for the left side, if not the right as well, because when we start looking at our bench, it's very lackluster. So we have a lot of defensive duties, but they're mainly centre backs, except for Mizik here, who plays right back, which is interesting. We don't have Doblas, who is sort of going to be our replacement for Sizek. We got Dejan Doblik, who is an up-and-coming striker. Now, he originally was in the starting 11, but he's really our only backup striker, which is why I'm kind of put off from playing 2 at the front. If he's our only sort of backup striker, we don't have much luck of making use of any kind of rotations. So that's the kind of aim we're going for. I think we've got a pretty good consistency in that. We've set this as our main training tactic as well. Bunch apparently doing poor in training, but we'll come to that after we've given them some time to get used to it. Now, the interesting thing is going to be, how many players are we going to find that are based within a nationality? Well, this is going to be interesting. to say the least, as we've got to pick up Liechtenstein-based players. And there's only 98 available. Looks like we're going to have some interesting time with the club culture. Come across our staff as I went to go check to make sure that, you know, our scouts are going to be good for when we go looking for players. Which is where I then realised we don't have anyone. We have a director of football. We don't have any staff. We're going to need to look for some scouts. Minimum, really. We can potentially look to avoid others, but we most definitely need scouts. Part-time. 3 years. 30% raise. 20. There we go. Let's try and jump in for this guy. He's probably not going to want to join. It's the best we can do. We got him. I have to really undercut this guy, I think. Cheers. 275, 300. 325. If we're going to sell a player, I want a lot more. So, that is a pathetic amount, really. Reject. We don't have the inter-squad selection, and we won 4-2. We have the second team, this midfielder scoring, and Cesar scoring. Scout is 13-13. Has a wild knowledge degree, and we're paying him £55 a week. Couldn't get better for him. We play FK Vaduz Mostar in the UEFA Europa Conference League Path second qualifying round. Wow, that is a mouthload. Who are they? They're a Bosnian club. Fair enough. We have an Austrian coach coming in. Boom. And Marius Skoltens. He's German. Coach. Wait. I thought we brought him in as head of youth development. Oh my lord, we've messed up. I guess he'll be it next year. Happy days. We got some physios. Season expectations promotion. Gives us an extra bit. Reach semi-final. Sure. Confirm that. Then got Leka, who is no one really, and Gajic has gained EU national Liechtenstein citizenship. Babik, who has a good amount of knowledge and is also Croatian, so here are all the players we're looking to offer to loans. Is he on the loan list? Why is he on the loan list? Why is he transfer listed? Surplus the requirements. What crackhead was in this position before me? No? So we've got one down. Fur seems kind of interesting, though he is 180,000 from grasshoppers. So he was on 650. Let's up him, put him on 3 years. Let's remove that. Years 700. No. There we go. Because we're going to need to keep some of these, really. We're not going to make major transfer business, I don't think, so I'm going to have to look towards keeping some of these key players. I'm not bothered about some of the others here where they're very much just lackluster. We do need to keep a core. Or look at players like Doblas here. He's adaptable is the thing. He can play in so much. He is the highest earner though. I ain't paying that wage. Simple as you're 29. If you were 25, you've got a good couple of peak years in you. I just don't see paying this much being beneficial to us. Happy to agree to you being an important player, but we damn well ain't paying that. I'm just about to pay that. Just budgets. I'll give you 2.6. It's the best we can get, really. There you go. He's on 140 a week. It's going to help me for him to go on loan and say, oh yeah. As long as these aren't permanent transfers of any kind. But it does end of the year anyway, so I want 100% really. They're paying the amount anyway. An extra week in. And yeah, it's just basically this one level. Nah. You know what? Nah. You don't get him. You don't get him. Sure. Talking about fringe players. We'll have them play at least. Let's see how we go up against this third tier. Oh, good. Okay, that didn't go well. So we had... What were we? Were we black or were we... I'm assuming we were away, so we wore our black shirt. We did have a better XG, so we didn't actually put in a bad match. They just got 2 behind us. Which I'm not... That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. That someone's going to be Albin here. So if we approach to sign him, regular starter. Not interested in that. There we go. It's 1.3. Selling percentage, mate. Come on, grow up. We'll give you 1,000. How does that sound? Okay, he's a bit negotiable. He's not budged. At 1.1 then. I'll give you the 1.2 if you drop that. There we go. 3-year deal, 1.2. He's interesting. What was it that they wanted? They expected him 100. Oh no. I hate how I now have to walk away from deals. I just want to find out what you're asking. They didn't have it. Yeah, they didn't. Ask agent then. Why isn't it there? Sounds good. He doesn't have a team, so I don't know why. Breakthrough prospect. Yep. Let's try and budge this down. So if we say like 300 for 3 years, and I'm not down for making those kinds of agreements. We don't like what game deals rubbish. 350 then. 3 years. Gonna have to ditch that. I'm not paying that. There we go. 375. At least got him on the books. We able to convince him next year. To be honest, I think that pretty much covers it for episode 1 of the Vaduz save. As there isn't too much to go into. We'll continue to build towards some of these friendlies, but so as I was mainly just covering the club itself, its initial squad and everything, so, and our somewhat plans as to where we need to move to. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get into something a bit more juicy next episode. But I hope you enjoyed. We'll be looking to make this save a quite frequent show on the channel, so do let me know with likes if you enjoy this. But yeah, speak to you in the next one.